And I wonder as well if the character strengths are relevant, which we've spoken a bit about on the podcast before too. In terms of, I remember getting my own list of character strengths, and of course you look up the top, but one of the things that I remember thinking was how stark it was to think the ones down the bottom was, oh yeah, that probably checks out a bit too. So is it the sort of thing where character strengths, do you think, can help people with narcissism?
I really like that aspect of positive psychology. Yes, I think it can help. That whole notion of identifying one's signature character strengths, it's got a number of implications to it. One is we're all going to have highly developed strengths in certain kind of ways, and these are things that are closer to our ideal self, so to speak. But like you're suggesting, we're all going to have things that are lower on our list. And for example, in positive psychology, we look at things in terms of positive attributes. So rather than looking at the person reducing their narcissism, so to speak, which has got that pejorative kind of tone to it, what we can look at is the person helping bolster their humility. So if the person goes through their character strengths and they've got narcissistic tendencies, one of the nice things is to have the positive things about the person affirmed. That maybe helps with some of the underlying, even unconscious insecurity to have one's most positive traits and objectively positive traits, so to speak, highlighted further. But it also helps to acknowledge some of the less developed qualities or some of the less developed attributes. And we've all got less developed attributes as well, and so can look to address that. And if one of those lower attributes is humility or forgiveness or some of those more empathic kind of traits, then the person can focus to some extent on working on that more, bolstering that. I also like the fact that character strengths identifies that other people have their character strengths as well. And this is the idea when we look to be collaborative, when we look to be cooperative, consider the character strengths of other people around you, family members, colleagues, others that you're working with, friends. If we recognise other people's character strengths and develop our own humility and forgiveness, for example, they're very helpful, practical ways of countering narcissistic tendencies.